Welcome to Cry Battle, the show where whoever cries the most wins. I'm here with Jack Douglas. Jack, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Jack, are you a big crybaby?
That's a hell of an icebreaker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider myself a crybaby.
No.
But I'm not afraid to cry.
How often are you crying these days?
Maybe once a month.
Are you in therapy? What's going on?
I am in therapy.
Yeah. Do you cry when you go?
I haven't yet.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. You got excited there.
What made you feel like, okay, now's the time to go?
I was at a bar,
Yeah.
and I felt like I wasn't being heard by my present company, and I just kind of had an outburst. And
Oh my God.
I just said like, nobody's listening, and it was just like, whoa, what made me do that?
Shit, we'll get into that, but before that, let's throw the stats. And so, yeah, right now we're throwing to the stats.
Ah, got it. This will make much more sense on my
Yeah, in post.
in post.
And now the first round, called Crying on Command, we're gonna see if you can force yourself to cry to see where your levels are at.
Okay.
Do you think that you can cry on command?
I don't know. I don't know. There are parts in some of my videos where I do make myself cry, but it's always like off camera, and it takes me like half an hour to do it.
You ready?
Yeah. Sure. Yes.
Okay, let's see your cry cam on 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm struggling, man. I need a visual aid, and I'm trying so hard. I'm trying to think of like my weakness, my kryptonite is like dying dogs, videos on YouTube of like Buster's last day, that kind of thing. I have 2 dogs at home, so I'm trying to think of like them dying. I'm a simpleton. I need,
You need a crew member to slit the dog's throat right now in front of us. Yeah.
I maybe.
Let's just cut some onions.
Yeah.
This is a real dry battle at the moment. Okay, so now we're gonna cut some onions, and I'm gonna ask you some questions about your life to hopefully provoke some tears.
Let's get crying.
I really want some tears to get going. I want this to be a dry battle.
It stings though. I mean, like when it hits. It's not hitting me yet. Oh boy.
Here we go.
Oh, I
rubbed it in though. I kind of cheated. It's not cheating. There are no rules. I make the rules. This is my game show.
I think that's cheating.
You can rub your eyes in the onions if you want.
I'm not a sadist. I don't want to rub onion juice in my eyes.
You're the one who looks dumb now because you're losing the game.
I know, and I hate it.
Jack, when I say sad, you say childhood, okay? Sad.
Childhood.
Okay, so you went to Catholic school from 5th to 8th grade. What was that like? How much of a role does guilt play in your life? Does God exist, and why?
These are not softballs.
No. I also went to Catholic school.
You did too, really?
I really was a good Catholic boy. And
Were you?
Then I went to Paris and I read Sartre, and then I realized God doesn't exist.
This is fascinating.
Yeah.
I had a God Doesn't Exist book lesson myself.
Wow,
in high
what
school.
happened?
This little book called The Da Vinci Code.
You read the Da Vinci Code and you realized God doesn't exist?
I apologize. It wasn't the Da Vinci Code. It was Angels and Demons. That was the one that...
You read the less famous Dan Brown.
I read the less famous Dan Brown book, and that was enough to make me go, you know, I'm having doubts. I'm questioning my faith because of a fucking Dan Brown book.
That's so funny.
Well, I hated the movie, but the books were quite good, in my humble opinion.
So what does success mean to you if there is no God?
What does success mean to you if there is no God?
Do you fear the specter of irrelevance?
Every waking hour of every day, and that's not an exaggeration.
Is that why you're chopping onions with me right now? You're like, oh, what if I,
Yeah.
What if I become irrelevant?
I love that you're asking what the definition of success is, because I guess
God doesn't
everyone.
exist.
If God, you sound like my grandparents saying something like, "Well, if God doesn't exist, what's the point?" No.
Yeah. What is the point to you, man?
It's touching lives. It's inspiring people to do good. That's my God, and maybe shed a few tears along the way, as
That's
you
a good
clearly
God.
are doing.
What is it like being so prolific? Do you feel like, oh man, I have to like release this video or else, people will forget me or get mad at me for not releasing something?
It's more of a fear of being forgotten. Yes,
Yeah.
there's always a fear of people will forget and not care. And when I do upload again, they're like, oh, we're done with you.
Really?
Like, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
People are like, we're done with you?
Yeah.
That's so mean.
In my head, I have that programmed. Like, there's always someone else. There's always someone hungrier. So I don't
I
feel...
just started eating it. I wasn't thinking.
No, I'm tempted. I just don't know how old these onions are. This is the only thing that keep me back.
I do feel like I have won this round. How does that make you feel?
It makes me really disappointed in myself for maybe not trying it quite as hard. You clearly want it more.
Holy shit.
Due to the fact that you're rubbing juices in your eyeballs, which is way braver than I ever desire to be.
Do I look desperate on camera right now? Is this the look of desperation?
Hey, let us know in the comments
please.
how desperate.
Let me know, I got a haircut. Do I look more or less beta cuck to you guys? Okay, so this round is called I Drop Ugly Cry. It's a bit of an acting exercise.
Okay.
We're gonna put artificial tears in our eyes and give our ugliest cry face possible. Okay? And then our producer, Jim, is gonna announce a winner. Ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, God.
Okay. While Jim deliberates and figures out who won that one, I have a question for you.
Hit me up.
A few months ago, PewDiePie's community attacked your pages for saying that you copied PewDiePie on something.
That's right.
Which was a mistake. You seemed really stressed out about it. How was that experience?
It was stressful. No,
Great.
And,
cool leading question, Jordan. You seem stressed out. How was it?
No fault to PewDiePie. Because it was like a running gag, because I started Yai, and then 2 years later he did Lawai as a very obvious homage, parody, tribute, whatever you want to call it. His viewers were in on the joke. His fans were in on the joke for a while. As he gained, millions and millions more subscribers, new people hopped on the PewDiePie train, and they see the show called Lawai, and they're like, I love Lawai. And then they see me with far fewer subscribers and a much smaller audience. This asshole's copying PewDiePie.
Yeah.
And then PewDiePie would kind of tongue in cheek go, oh yeah, of course, because Jack stole from me, and he's being very sarcastic.
Yes.
And they went, yeah, fuck Jacksfilms.
Is that because they're dumb?
Well, some are, yes, and I'm not saying I'm not saying all PewDiePie.
And here we go. Here's the headline. Jacksfilms says PewDiePie fans all dumb.
I'm ruined.
You tweeted, I'm so fucking tired. All from my latest video, and all these dumb or smart people wrote, stop copying PewDiePie. I hope you die, you unoriginal. And then it's what does it say there?
Did you blur out bastard?
No, it was all blurred out. I think did someone blur this out? It's censored IRL. What the hell?
Who censored bastard?
All right, well, point goes to Jacksfilms.
No!
Hey! Finally, I feel that's a pity point given the progress of the game, but I'm not too big to not take it, so thank you. I'm gonna take it.
Now for a round called self-reflection, where you look at yourself in the mirror and try to make yourself cry. And 3, 2, 1, go. Jack, you're married now.
That's correct.
Is it forever?
I like to think so, yes.
What was your last breakup like? And did you think that person was forever?
My last breakup, we were both long distance at that point.
That's really hard.
I don't know if it was because of the long distance thing, but there was a lack of communication.
Do you feel like you wanted to get married to this person at some point?
No, I did not. I did not.
And now for our final round, Crystics, where we smear Crystics under our eyes and say movie quotes from movies, so you get points for acting well.
Okay, I'm willing to give this a shot.
Great. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool.
All right, so what do you do? Just put it under your eye?
You just sort of smear it under your eye.
Okay.
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
get out of this? Yeah?
Yeah.
Just like that?
For me, it worked. Yeah.
Oh,
You feel it?
I'm feeling
you
a cool burn. You know what I mean? That cold, hot, cold.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Sensation. What a beautiful place to be with friends.
E.T. phone home.
It's just a flesh wound.
Strong I am with the Force, but not that strong.
This is Sparta.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Uncle Ben.
You killed me, Peter. What if Ben wasn't very forgiving at all?
All these powers, and yet helpless. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop to look around once in a while, you could miss it.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Do you leave a light? Because I got a little scared in the dark sometimes.
I promised you I'd be coming home. Looks like I'm gonna have to break that promise.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. So, Jack, unfortunately, I have one cry battle this time.
Fair and square. You are the better crier.
Man, oh man, it's hard to beat me at this game.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, it's hard to beat me at the game where I made the rules and I'm the host.
Your ego must not even be contained in this room.
Thank you so much for doing the show, man. I really appreciate it.
This has been an experience unlike any other.
Thanks for watching Cry Battle, and be sure to let it out every once in a while.